Welcome back. All right, so my day yesterday and today have basically been erase the board, fill the board, do a video, erase the board, fill the board, do a video, and we're back. And the Ducks. So I talked in the last video about how St. Louis woke up and Anaheim's woken up. They make a trade with Seattle, so Seattle opens up some cap space with this move. Brian Dumoulin brought over to Anaheim, defenseman, in the final year of a contract, $3.15 million. Good defensive defenseman. Had a decent season with Seattle, but again, they're creating some cap space. Anaheim gives up a fourth-round draft pick in 2026 in this deal. So not really any risk there, and they add to their blue line. So veteran blue liners are appreciated. And then we get into the signings. So Entwistle has signed a one-year, two-way deal with Florida. Last year, I was able to report the NHL and AHL cap hits basically right away. This year, it's not so much. It's almost as if something's changed with cap friendly. Dylan Gambrell signs a one-year, two-way contract with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Entwistle and Gambrell, I think, are likely to play, I'd say, about half the season at the NHL level. We'll see with Gambrell with Columbus what Waddell does, but yeah, I could see Gambrell getting into some games there. Adam Gaudette returns to the Ottawa Senators. He signs a one-year, two-way deal as well. I would expect all three of these at the NHL level will pay $775,000. Interesting note with St. Louis. This is kind of a nice story too, in that they add Matthew Joseph earlier today, and then they signed his brother, Pierre Olivier Joseph. Or just P.O. Joseph is way easier to say. I even wrote it on the board as P.O. Joseph, but here we are. He signs a one-year contract with St. Louis. The cap hits $950,000. So he gets to play with his brother. Both Josephs being added by the Blues. So St. Joseph's? Sure, why not? But anyways, there you go. That should be kind of fun to see them playing together this year, even though one's a defender and one's a forward, of course. But still, seeing them out on the ice together should be great. Anderson Dolans signed a one-year contract with the Winnipeg Jets. It's a two-way deal as well. I would expect $775,000 at the NHL level, meaning $775,000, of course, not $775. Tampa Bay adds Cam Atkinson. They continue to add depth up front. It's a one-year deal for Atkinson, $900,000. That is a very good cap hit for Cam Atkinson, a player who could bounce back and get to that 20-goal range. And if he doesn't, there's no risk with $900,000 on a contract, since you can bury more than $1 million at the AHL level if you send a guy down. So there's absolutely no risk. And Jansen Harkins, who had a miserable season, I'm not going to pretend that he didn't, but he's been signed by the Anaheim Ducks to a two-year deal, and I would expect $775,000 and probably a two-way contract there as well. The Ducks are still below the cap floor. Even with the addition of Dumoulin, even with the signing of Harkins, they are still below the cap floor. Anaheim's a team to keep an eye on, because there's a lot of teams right now without cap room and maybe looking to add other players. And so Anaheim suddenly becomes a very popular place, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I get to erase this board and we start all over again. But again, it's that time of year. And clearly a lot of players changing teams this summer. So we're going to have to go through these rosters sooner or later and talk about how different some of these teams look. There's definitely going to be a huge difference between, for instance, Chicago and San Jose stand out to me as two teams that have made tremendous changes from where they were at the end of the season to where they are now. And I would expect more changes before we get to the regular season. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.